Coming off of a 13-1 season, we've taken some noticeable hits as a team in a lot of important places. For one, if you've noticed, my quarterback is gone. He went to the league and I'm happy for my boy, but me and the new guy, we've been bumping heads a lot. I mean, he's done nothing but cry and complain since he became the starter, and it's having a negative effect on our team. All of his whining got the coaches to switch us up from a run to a super pass-heavy offense, and he's not even that good. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to hate on my quarterback because he is my quarterback, but if we're going to have any success this season, he got to tighten up. But things do get off to a terrible start as we take a L to USF on the road, and we're looking to bounce back next week. But even though me and bro don't see eye to eye, I'm not letting him keep me from being my natural born dominant self. I ain't letting up for nobody. 2nd and 7, this defensive lineman had a clean shot on me, but I work my magic, get my way out of a sticky situation, and I pick up the first down. Last year, I got involved in the passing game heavy towards the end of the season, and this year we're looking to do just about the same, if not more. I'm more of a scat back. The outside is my friend. I don't know why coaches implemented so many inside runs this season. I can handle it, but come on, let me do what I do best. We've made a few changes to the offensive line since last season, but so far so good. I can't complain. But if I'm being completely honest, some of the new guys do raise a little bit of concern, but we'll see as the season go on how they do. Week 3 and we got Louisville here at the crib, and oddly enough, we're both 1-1. First and goal here, I get the handoff. I break a tackle from a big body defensive lineman and I spin my way into the end zone for a touchdown. I can't argue. I have some of the best on the field drip in the country. The black and white mixed match spat with the arm sleeves to match. Come on now. Sometimes I sit and think with my speed, athleticism, and catching ability, I would have made a crazy slot receiver. First and goal, I take the handoff for the easy walk-in touchdown, and we put the cap on this game against Louisville. I leave out of here player of the game, 26 for 183 and 3 touchdowns. Pretty nasty work. LA Tech this week on the road, and we opened this one up basically destroying about half the defense just in this one play. 1st and 10, I accelerate through a massive hole, and the second I saw nothing but green, I got tripped up, but for a massive gain. 1st and goal, you know it's a green light, but I think I've learned my lesson about hurtling into the end zone. Down 1 score here early in the 4th quarter, and the big boys up front, they handle business, and I secured a walk-in touchdown. But even though we secured that touchdown, we would eventually fall short and lose to LA Tech. Of course, I'm gonna pick up from where I left off last season. Another big game, 22 for 163, 2 touchdowns, but as a team, we're not where we're supposed to be. Don't get me wrong, the season just started, but it's been a little more rocky than expected. 1st and 10, and I finally get a design outside run, and of course I go crazy and pick up 20 yards on the play. We got a 4-point lead right before the second half, and here on 3rd and 3, I get in for a touchdown and increase that lead just a little bit more. 3rd and 5 here, I get the handoff. I start to get swift in the holes, and I break off my biggest run of the day, and little did I know it would be one of my last. We went into the 4th quarter with the lead, and somehow we still managed to lose this game against UAB. We were rolling as an offense. I was having a pretty good game on the ground, and for some reason we decided to throw the ball the entire 4th quarter. If I'm being 100% completely honest, I'm getting more than my fair share of runs on a week-to-week basis. But the one thing this coaching staff doesn't want to accept is the fact that Billy Atkins is not that guy. Don't get me wrong, he is rightfully quarterback 1. I mean, he beat out his competition, but he is 10 times better with his legs than his arm. Like, we're both extremely lethal with our legs. We should be running the option like an Oregon in the early 2010s. Midway through the 3rd quarter, I take the handoff. I fight my way into the end zone to take a 26-point lead here against UTEP. And for the first time this season, we play at the level that I thought we were capable of, but hopefully it isn't a fluke. We got Southern Miss this week, and here on 1st and 10, I take the handoff, bounce it straight outside, shed 1 defender, and we pick up 9 on the play. 2nd and 6, I take the snap, faking the jet sweep, and once I get that edge, you know it's over. I break a tackle, and I get into the end zone, and we even this one up. I didn't think I would do it this early, but I do break the career record for most rushing touchdowns for a player here at JMU, a great career achievement. For some reason, I'm getting the inside run here on 3rd and 10, but I'm going to turn nothing into something. I'm going to break off a big run, picking up 25 on the play. Southern Miss can't get into the end zone, and they can't keep us out. I pick up another touchdown to extend our lead. It was a pretty close one, but we do secure the home W. That makes 2 consecutive wins. We're starting to shape up a bit and look pretty good. You want to talk about starting the game the right way, getting into open space, snapping ankles in the rain, picking up big yardage. You would think a player would be reluctant to change direction as much as I am in the rain, but it's actually working out in my favor. Got guys slipping and sliding everywhere. 2nd and goal, I flare out to my right to make the quick catch, walk into the end zone and take a 2-score lead here in the 2nd quarter. We got 4th quarter action, and we're back in the red zone, and they know the ball is going to touch my hands whether we're on the ground or through the air. Today our defense has been nothing short of amazing, setting us up with some great field position, and once they do that, I'ma handle the rest. We get the road win against our rival in the rain. We got them boys on the sideline sick. The first snow game of my college career, and we kicked this one off with a huge 35 run. I'm surprised I ain't take this one all the way back to the crib. 2nd and 5, I get the handoff, showing extreme patience, let my block set up, and I get the easy walk-in touchdown. 1st and 10, I take the handoff, bounce it outside, put a move on the DB, and before I know it, I'm upfield and I'm surrounded by green jerseys. These red zone runs are the easiest. I cannot lie, my offensive line has been holding it down. But even with our great efforts, our defense could not keep Marshall out of the end zone, and we fall short here on the road. Once again, I put up big boy numbers, but as a team, we're just not all on the same page. We have 2-7 Middle Tennessee this week, and if our defense doesn't show up, we're gonna have a problem. 2nd and 12, I blast through a massive hole, and as soon as I'm about to get hit, I shake 2 defenders, picking up a huge 17-yard play. One thing that scouts are gonna have to learn about me, that no play is ever dead. If I see any crease or any way to get outside, I'm gonna make it happen, and it's bound to be a huge play. But even with all my speed, I feel like I need to channel it a little better. Let plays develop, block set up, and then accelerate and burst onto the scene, kind of how I did on this play. 1st and goal here, trying to go up 2 scores. One man had me dead to rights, but he's no match for my Alvin Kamara type balance. I walk in for the tug. We did exactly what we're supposed to do and beat Mid Tennessee by a large margin, and I had 31 carries for $170 and 2 touchdowns. We got ECU on the road this week, and we're down 2 scores before we could even make it out of the first quarter. And before we could completely make it out of the first half, we're down 28-0. We're playing like hot garbage. 1st and goal here early in the 3rd quarter. We finally get on the board with the easy walk-in touchdown, but that's nowhere near enough to get back into this game. We've been extremely streaky as a team this entire season. We take a couple steps forward to get knocked back an entire level. We take an extremely embarrassing loss to ECU this week, and being honest, they're one of the best teams in the country as of right now. But that's no excuse to lose by 16 points. It wasn't an extreme crazy blowout, but we're so much better than this. But on the bright side, if we win this game, we might sneak into a lower tier bowl game, and we'll be able to give our fans another home W. And here on 1st and 10, I completely embarrassed this defense, breaking ankles, shedding tackles, turning this into a 26-yard reception. I only have 2 simple words for these red zone runs: too easy. It's late in the 3rd quarter, but we're finally starting to gain some momentum and really take control over this game against FAU. 2nd and 5, very late in the 3rd quarter, we run one of my favorite plays, and with great blocking and my speed on the edge, it's a done deal. Once again, we're sabotaged by Billy Atkins and the offensive coordinator. FAU pulled off the miraculous comeback because we decided to not run the ball the entire 4th quarter. And don't get me wrong, I'm getting plenty of touches, 31 for 208, but we have other backs on this team that can put games away, not Billy Atkins, the quarterback. But even when it seems that things are all bad, there's always a little bit of good to come out of it. I am a 2-time back-to-back Heisman Trophy winner. Somehow at 6-6, we managed to sneak into a bowl game against Western Kentucky, which could very much be my last game as a Duke. Before I even came to James Madison, I told myself I would commit to this school for my entire college career because they gave me a chance when no one else would. But with the head coach retiring last season, the offensive coordinator being off for perk, and my quarterback playing like absolute trash, it completely changes everything. The fact is, from top to bottom, this team is destroying itself, and we're keeping ourselves from reaching our full potential, even though we got a great glimpse at it last season. And the foundation that made me fall in love with James Madison has been destroyed, and I can no longer be a part of a self-destructing team. This is my last game I will ever play for JMU. I'm hitting the transfer portal, but I'm not sure what school I should transfer to.